My name is Ariela Ruiz Caro. I am an economist from the Humboldt University of Berlin with a master's degree in economic integration processes from the Universidad de Buenos Aires. I have worked in integration organizations in Latin America and the Caribbean, and I am Peruvian and have lived in Buenos Aires for 20 years, 6 of which I was Economic Attaché at the Peruvian Embassy. I will be moderating this webinar with the topic Milei's Argentina, the supernova phase of neoliberalism. We programmed it with 4 distinguished Latin American academics, but 2 of them are not going to come because they had some problems. One maybe is going to join us later, Claudio Katz. Oscar Ugarteche is now with us. So we will use the time freely to make the presentations. I hope I can speak a little bit more. So I was in Buenos Aires for almost 3 months, and I came here just 1 month ago. So I can tell something too. So we would like to thank the International Manifesto Group for addressing this issue that has a great impact, not only in Argentina, but also in the Latin American region, as well as in the construction of new balances in international relations. So before giving the floor to Oscar, I will make a brief introduction. Just when the strongest last bastions of neoliberalism, the United States and the United Kingdom, have been forced by populist revolt to question at least some elements of neoliberal wisdom, Argentina has elected the most ideologically extreme neoliberal government. Argentine President Javier Milei thinks that the state is a criminal organization that must disappear. He is surrounded by officials linked to the BlackRock Investment Fund, the largest in the world, with great interests in buying land and exploiting Argentina's wealth in a liberal framework without limits, like they are doing now in Ukraine. Milei, who took office last December 10th, has implemented an economic stabilization program with a very high social cost. In just 2 months, he has managed to close the fiscal gap, but at an enormous social cost, as there has been a huge loss in the purchasing power of salaries, especially for retirees, due to the elimination of subsidies and the consequent increases of up to 300% in public utility tariffs. The suspension of public works, jobs, and social benefits, such as the delivery of food to canteens for the poor and medicines to hospitals, even oncological medicines, the defunding of universities, the defunding of institutions of culture, science, and technology, among others, explain the fiscal balance that the president presents as his greatest success, saying that no one in humanity has been able to eliminate the deficit gap in such a short time. As always with these adjustment programs, consumption, investment, and tax collection have been falling dramatically. Accumulated inflation for the first 4 months is around 70%, the highest in the world, and poverty is around 60%. This has given rise to a growing social protest that is being violently repressed. The Inter-American Commission on Human Rights has expressed its deep concern over the disproportionate use of public force against demonstrators and journalists in Argentina. The same has been expressed by several rapporteurs of the United Nations Commission on Human Rights. In foreign policy, Milei defends the strategic design of the unipolar world led by the United States, and he has explicitly stated his alignment with this country and with Israel. He has announced the transfer of the Argentine embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, something that outside from the United States and Guatemala, there is no country that did this. He is trying to open the doors to US military forces to, among other things, patrol the Paraná River, the most important and navigable river in the country. The route is used by the large US food corporations, ADM, Bunge and Born, Cargill, and Dreyfus, and the Chinese commodities enterprise, which name is COFCO. In addition, it is a very busy route for the shipment of illegal narcotics, mainly cocaine, to Europe, leaving from the port of Rosario, which have a lot of problems now, a very violent city. On the other hand, the Argentine government has rejected the invitation made by the BRICS to join that organization, expressing its rejection of the construction of a multipolar world. During the electoral campaign, he even said that he would not have trade or diplomatic relations with communist countries, including Brazil and China, its two main trading partners. But reality made him backtrack, and he said that the private sector was free to negotiate with both. Javier Milei is intolerant and has no capacity for dialogue. He tries to govern by means of decree laws, by seeking that the Congress grants him legislative powers to carry out liberal reforms without being debated in the parliament. So far, such requests have been rejected by Congress by now, where he does not have a majority in either the Chamber of Deputies and the Senado. Having made this brief introduction, there are key questions that we will try to address, that we will address. What explains Milei's election? What are his policies exactly? Where will they lead Argentina? What does this mean for Latin America as a whole? How can it be explained that despite the economic asphyxiation of the middle and poor sectors of the country, support for Milei remains high? Some pollsters give him more than 50% support. Finally, is Milei's government with such a recession sustainable?
I'm Michael Hudson. I'm appearing here for the International Manifesto group. If you like this video and ones like it, please subscribe. For more information, go to the address on the screen.